Promotions, sponsored by the Daily Mirror and the Sunday Mirror, present an international heavyweight contest of 10 3-minute rounds. Presenting and introducing in this corner, ladies and gentlemen, from Holland, the Benelux heavyweight champion, John EMMEN. And from London, ladies and gentlemen, the former undefeated heavyweight champion of Europe, BRUNO. At the weigh-in today at the Odeon West End, EMMEN scaled 15 stones and half a pound, BRUNO 16 stones 4 3/4 pounds. The referee for this contest, Mr. Mickey Van of Leeds. The timekeeper, Mr. Tom Rice.
And BRUNO returns to the ring at 16 4 3/4, and that is precisely 3/4 of a pound heavier than when he fought Tyson almost 3 years ago. 10 rounds, if he gets that far. BRUNO versus EMMEN. And although BRUNO is the shorter of these two men, there's something about his physical presence that makes him look almost a dominating figure against this slimmer Dutchman. Frank BRUNO has certainly matured physically in the 3 years out of the ring. And already he's testing EMMEN's resilience with a big left hand into the stomach. Never easy to come back after a long time out of competition. And despite what people say about John EMMEN, I don't think he's a patsy, as the Americans would say. He's here to do his best, and if he can, he's here to win. And EMMEN showing no reluctance whatever to throw the punches. Something about those massive arms of BRUNO that makes you feel that if he finds the right place, then EMMEN will be flat on his back. Well, he's on one knee. Right hand. Everything will now depend how well EMMEN can take a punch, and Frank has hit him when he's down. Now that is not right, and Frank a little bit too eager there, and Mr. Van, the referee, is trying to get the Dutchman to his feet, and EMMEN is complaining. The left leg seems to be giving him trouble, and I do hope we're not going to have all this end in a farcical situation. He's complaining that there's something wrong with his left leg, and I've got a horrible feeling that we're going to have a disastrous ending here. And Mickey Van is now giving him perhaps the strongest lecture he's ever had in the ring about hitting EMMEN when he was on the floor, and he certainly did. 3 years out of the ring, too eager. Frank's not a dirty fighter, never was. But it tends to show the sort of pressure there is, and this time a left hand, and I think that will put everything beyond any possible doubt. What a left hand that was, and this time both legs have gone, and Mickey Van is waving it all over as the bell sounds to end the first round. BRUNO has won in 3 minutes flat. Well, there's going to be a lot of criticism about this fight. Certainly he's going to take some stick for hitting the man when he was down. And certainly the fight itself is going to take some stick as a bad match, because certainly the first time that Frank threw any really big punches on an important target, the Dutchman just collapsed. Well, he certainly wasn't going to be given somebody too difficult for his comeback, and maybe Emmen lacked the sort of resilience that was needed to make a better fight of it. But Frank is back, and he did that a lot of times, particularly in this place at the Albert Hall. This is where he had his first ever win as a pro, and that was under 3 minutes, and now he's done it again 10 years later. Now let's have a look at what happened early on. Bruno certainly hit Emmen when Emmen was down on one knee. This was the very first knockdown. This is not the point at which he hit him when he was down. It happened the second time. But that was the first indication that Emmen could not take the sort of punches that Frank was going to throw. Now this should be the second time that Emmen went down. He was all over the place here just trying to survive. Then he went down, and then Frank threw the left hook. That was over-enthusiasm, over-exuberance, not thinking, but still inexcusable.
Our gentlemen, please.
And now the
right
way it all
on the bell
finished.
to end round one,
And
ladies and gentlemen.
a big left hand,
The winner
an arcing, sweeping left hand against a defenseless man. And there was no way that Emmen was going to survive that. So, the comeback will be controversial. People will say it wasn't a good match. Of course he was going to win, but you can't say other than that he had too much firepower for the Dutchman. So all over, and well, we shall have to see what happens in his next fight. He's contracted to have 3, but we may not be seeing Frank again until, well, maybe late spring next year.